I guess that's go. I missed a go. I didn't see the go. All right. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Ocean's Pit on Tired Tuesday and Twisted Tuesday. Got a nice show lined up here for you guys today. We try to give you a little bit of fun and excitement as much as we can and come up with different stuff. I'm here on the north side, Carol Brandolino, with her. Is that a Greek jacket? Is that the Greek colors? What is that? WM?
No, it's BMW. It says BMW. It's Puma.
Okay.
And it's not even mine.
Okay.
You know what's funny? I must wear the same shit over and over. Well, I do, all black. This just has a little color on it. So everybody's like, oh, what is that? I stole it from Gianna. It's Gianna's hoodie. And I love it. I haven't given it back yet. So, but everybody's like, oh, what is that? It's sad.
It's a little color there. There you go. It breaks the color. Yeah, it is Tuesday, 21st of April, guys. Check the website, TonyOceanMusic.com. Give us a call at 847-769-8609 to book a show. Every show is dedicated to the first responders, the men and women in the military, and our veterans. But mostly it's dedicated to people like you. So let's see if this works today. It's showtime. I hope it does, because it didn't work yesterday.
Hello?
Oh, sorry.
Hello.
Hello, I'm up. Yeah, you guys do.
Were you joking right now?
I'm sorry.
Were you joking?
Yes, I was joking. I'm sorry, guys. You know, I always complain about no sleep, but, you know, lately, the last couple of weeks, I was telling Carol right before we went live, when I lay down, I don't sleep on my sides. I don't sleep on my, so that the hands are usually side or on my, I get pain on my hands, and it's like the blood is rushing to the fingertips. I don't know if it's carpal tunnel. It could be. I don't know why I would get carpal tunnel, but you know what? Maybe by holding the mic all those years, and I don't know. So I got an appointment on Monday. I don't know what it is. And sometimes it doesn't really happen during the day. Sometimes it does when I'm holding something too long. But it is the weirdest feeling in the world. And it's just a pain. It hurts. It's like, what the fuck? Pardon the language. Didn't mean to swear this afternoon. But anyway, folks, we're here. And let's go ahead. Yeah. Well,
no, I just said
lately.
Is it keeping?
Before I didn't know why I couldn't. Yeah, it's keeping. Yeah. Okay. So it's a little crazy. Everybody knows. I don't know. It could be carpal tunnel. Laura seems to think it's carpal tunnel, but I'll find out from Dr. Rao on Monday. All right. This is Ace Hardware, folks, and it's that time for their big sales, their big spring sales. Our good friends from Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local. Is your patio ready for the barbecue season? Okay, your local JRC stores of a legendary brands you'll love and prices you'll crave. Starting April 2nd to the end of the month, save $100 on the Weber Genesis E315 gas grill. Or if you're looking for wood fire flavor, grab the Tangier Pro 22 for just $500.99. That's $100 savings through the end of April. JRC Ace Hardware Stores Ace Reward members get a free assembly and delivery on grills, $390. And come and get the backyard setup at JRC Ace Hardware Stores near you. Website to Ace Hardware at .com. And don't forget, folks, tell them it's the time right around the corner, and that's what it is with our friends from Ace Hardware. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. All right, so let's hope we lose the screen here. interesting. Okay. No, the screen is still live, folks. We are going on today. I can't get them off. So, and I have no idea because then you can stand and just look at that all hour. An hour. I'm trying to.
Well, I think it's on you. I think it's on your end, but on our end, I don't think they're seeing it. I think only you're seeing it. Yeah. But
great. All right. Let's see now. Okay, there we go. It's gone. Anyway, want to thank my now it's back again. Mother. It's like a skit from Saturday Night Live. Hello, lady. You can't make this up, folks. You just can't do it.
No.
When it goes wrong, it just goes wrong.
I'm sorry for laughing. I'm sorry,
face, but it's like
I had to laugh because you're losing your shit. I'm trying to hold my shit together, and it's called Toxic Tuesday. Fuck it, let's just lose our shit. It is what it is. Let's just have our meltdown
let's
here
just
in front of everybody. Why not?
Yeah, let's just have it. Absolutely.
Oh my God.
Thank you guys for being patient. Anyway, thank you, Carol, too. Guys, how you doing, Carol, on the south side? What's going on over there on the Sky Town?
It's gorgeous out. The weather's so beautiful today. So I'm just kind of emptying out things out of my car because I just feel like for so long I've been just pushing things around in the trunk. So I'm going to be getting that out. Gianni pulled the big lawnmower. We have the real big ride-on mower because we live on a big-ass hill and we have a decent size front lawn. It's very big. So Gianni was out on that this morning. I could hear him yelling. Okay, I don't know if it's the Italian, the Greek. I don't know if it's the ADHD, what this kid has going on. And then my ass comes out looking. We showed the neighborhood who we were today. Okay, so we've been here 3 years. The neighborhood found out who we were today. So Gianni's on the ride-on mower, okay? Whatever he was wearing, that's not even the point. He's on the ride-on mower, and my bedroom faces the front. It's over the garage, and it faces the front lawn. So I hear yelling. I thought he was like, Ma. I thought he was yelling, Ma, but he was yelling. I'm like, what the hell? What the fuck's he yelling at? So I go to my window, which is open because I opened all the windows today. And all I see is him with he's driving the mower, and he's like this, yelling into the phone, talking to his girlfriend, I'm sure, because God forbid he mows the lawn on the ride-on mower without FaceTiming and talking with his girlfriend. And I'm like this, what the? And then so he's yelling.
Well, don't they have the noise?
It's so loud. And so he's yelling into his phone while he's riding the mower, showing her what not paying attention. I'm screaming outside the window, going, Gianni, get off the phone. What the hell? So then I call him while he's on the phone. He answers it. He turns off the mower. I go, what are you doing? I go, you're riding the mower. It's dangerous. You're on the phone screaming in the phone. You sound like an idiot screaming. He's like, what are you doing? You're screaming right now out the window. I said, because it's dangerous. I'm like, and then he's like, oh, I'm not going to deal with this right now. Okay. He's like, I'm riding more. And I'm like, and plus you're leaving a bunch of patches that aren't even mowed. He's like, leave me alone. Just wait till I'm done.
So he's gonna have to go back. He's gonna have to go back and fix what he's missing.
He did.
We're just joining us about mowing the lawn.
But he was so pissed off at me for yelling
it's a
out the
crazy
window.
Day, folks.
I was pissed off. Oh my God.
Yeah,
so
you know what? And then we were it's okay. At least it's a nice day, so we can go back and spend some more cutting the lawn.
Right.
We were going out, because the kitchen's not that done, almost done, and we had to go look for granite and for our tiles and stuff. They're all looking the same. What do you think of this one? What do you think of this one? What do you think? Same. Some are darker, some are shinier, some are, so, but she's got to have what she wants and she knows it. So I guess that's, Anyway, Kim Peterson with you. Hi, Kimmy. Tony Toto, what's up, brother? Kim will be our guest on Friday talking to Kimmy. I think for the first time she's been on the show. Maybe she hasn't. I'm not sure. Mel, Lennon, Reed, I hope you're well. Felix, I hope you're doing well. You're going to be in the Joliet Patch. There you go. The Joliet
Why
Patch.
not?
That's a newspaper.
Why not? Would be the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
What up?
Nothing good. Yeah, good headlines, bad headlines. At least they're talking about you. So that's a good thing, no matter how it comes out.
That's right.
Thank you, Jerry Jams, yesterday for being the host. And yesterday we went to my sister's birthday is usually the 13th of March or 27th of March. So with everything going on, we couldn't get a chance to go out and take her for dinner. So she picked a spot. It's called Pereira, P-A-R-E-A, Greek restaurant, downtown Arlington Heights. Great food. You started out, we had the cocktails, and then we had the gyro thing. I had the gyro I had a nice Greek salad with gyro meat in it. And
nice.
that feta cheese and the olive. I can eat that all day long. So that was a lot of fun. So it was very good. Some luck, man. If not, she will be running around in my coffee farm. Okay. You guys are pretty with it today. Okay, good. How you doing? Mel just got back from New York, or North Carolina. All right, Mel. Hope you're doing well. There's Mary. And when you speak of Mary, you're talking about the Chicago Music Cruise 2027 happening January 10th to January 17th. There's a star of the seas on the Royal Caribbean for the very first time. This ship going back to the Royal Caribbean. Tony Ocean, the main event band, Seventh Heaven, Florida, St. Thomas, St. Martin, Coco, and Bahamas. The Chicago Music and Tony Ocean, or better yet, get all your questions answered by Mary from NTD Vacations. Time you want to go on the ocean, Mary, if you're listening, my godmother Victoria, who came last year, wants to come on the cruise. So I was going to send her your phone number, but you might still have her on your record from last year. Anyway, there it is. It came up on the board. All right. So it's been just a great day. Great day for fun. What do we got? God, I don't even know where to go anymore. I'm losing it. Okay. Dating, Hollywood dating, Carol. Have you heard about this? Will Smith and J-Lo are hooking up. Will Smith,
No.
I didn't know he was divorced. I didn't know that he was divorced.
Jada Pinkett Smith, right? They've been like famously uncoupling, and I forgot what she called it, an entanglement. Remember, she got into an entanglement, which is another word for an affair. These people are whacked the F out. I'm sorry, but are they still married? Who knows? They're always going to be a part of each other's lives. I think these people are so fucking bored. These Hollywood people are so fucking bored. If anything, I'd love to meet them just to find out, how bored are you? And why is having this much money is such a problem for you? Like, some people are just never going to be happy in a relationship or a marriage ever in Hollywood.
It's like when you have all the money, like you said, when you have all the money and stuff like that, it's just like, what else can I get? Or I'm just so sick. Okay, I already had him. J-Lo, I don't know how many people she's had, how many she's been with, slept with, page 2, whatever. Then she said, I think we covered it on this show. She said that all the engaged 6 times, whoever it was, marriage, I don't know, whatever it is. But she said she's still truly not in love.
I think Ben Affleck was her love, I think. And here's the thing. The reason why she keeps going back to him, I think he just was so indifferent toward her, unfortunately. Like, it's the challenge. It's a chase. It's a vicious cycle for a lot of people, not just famous people. But honestly, I feel bad because they have endless options is what they have. And I think when you have, and we've talked about this in relationships, a lot of times men, they have the fear of commitment, or I'm sure women too, but the men that have all this money, all the looks, everything that you could think of, when you have these endless options, is it harder for a lot of people to stay faithful and to be monogamous and have just one significant other, men and women. I just feel like the more options, the less apt a lot of people are to be faithful and monogamous.
Well, you know what? And a lot of times, I don't know. I think it's, yeah, obviously you look for, okay, you're married and you're in the business, you're making movies. You're spending 2 years with somebody making a movie somewhere in some tropical island somewhere. Okay. It might be an attraction when you first see them. The first it's the look. Okay. Wow. All right. So then all of a sudden, then you start spending time with them. Not only when you're filming, but you're eating lunch together or whatever. You guys are taking a break from the crew. Let's go out afterwards, hang, and then you end up going, wow, this one is not only good looking, but she also we have a lot in common. And which I think is very, very important. The chemistry is huge, more than anything else. Chemistry is huge. It really is. And
definitely
some people think the look, people think the looks is important to a little bit, but if you don't have that personality and you can't laugh together and you can't, what's the point? What's the point?
Yep.
That's the point. Danny Mazzi's in the house. Armando Supermarkets. Buy local, shop local, 925 Liberty Street in Elgin, Illinois. Not only produce, meats, groceries, prepared food, and rotisserie chicken. Get down to Elgin, Illinois. Armando's and tell them Tony O sent you. Speaking of food, speaking of stuff like that, Carol, you go into a restaurant. What irritates you about most restaurants in general? What irritates you about most restaurants?
What irritates me is when a server or somebody at the front counter does not know. This is going to sound so petty, but it drives me crazy. What's the soup today? Like, I'll call a place because I love soup all year round. So I'll call local places around and be like, hey, what's the soup today? Oh, hold on, let me check. No, like the second you get to work, what you find out, your specials of the day, your soup of the day, that's something you should know walking in when you're an employee. And that just pisses me off. It sets the tone. I know I'm kind of high maintenance when it comes to not restaurants and food and stuff. Yes, but service.
The soup.
For me, it's the service. No, it's the service. Yeah. Like, know your shit, know what this stuff is. You should know it walking in. What it is for the day. You know what I mean?
Carol, when it comes to soup, you're right. Most of the time, they only have one or two choices.
Right.
They don't have a whole bunch of different soups. It's either chicken noodle, clam chowder, broccoli cheese, or whatever, right? Or lentil. It's not like you have to know like a whole list of soups.
No, right. That's annoying to me. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the service is annoying to me. What's really getting me really pissed off, and it has been for years, I look over and I see a guy with his hat the other way.
Okay.
And he's got white socks on and he's got Crocs, shorts. I don't care if it's a sports bar. There's no rules for that. And you see the girl is looking nice. She's dressed up and he looks like he just got out of bed like I do right now. But I'm not in a restaurant. I'm just live in front of you people, which makes it even worse. But at least you know that we're not vain. But I'm trying to say this, right? You look over and you go, oh, what's wrong with people? And it's usually the men. And I don't know why that is, because the women always try to look the best they can, and they look really nice sometimes. Even when they dress down, they look nice. When the guy dresses down, it looks like he just got out of his truck.
Right, but wouldn't a woman say something to him? I wouldn't want to be like, again, Danny, by the way, I'm not a high maintenance. I'm actually very low maintenance as a friend, as a partner in a relationship. I'm actually very low maintenance, believe it or not. But when it comes to restaurants and stuff like that, I can't help it because I've been doing it for 40 years. And I grew up in it and I was doing it. So I'm very picky about that. But I will tell you this, I wouldn't want to necessarily be seen with somebody. If you're going to a nicer place, I would tell them right when they picked me up or we met, I'd be like, listen, I'm sorry. You gotta change yours depending how well I know the person, right? But you can't go into a nice restaurant with Crocs. Come on.
You shouldn't wear Crocs in general. Crocs, maybe if you're at the beach. You look like you're on food stamps I'm sorry. No man should be wearing Crocs. It's horrible. What is wrong? It's rubber things with holes. It looks like a sponge on your feet. I don't understand where this all came from. Whatever happened to the gym shoe or the nice loafer? I mean, whatever. Or with the sandals and the toenail hanging out like like lunch hooks. You know what? It drives me crazy. Drives me nuts, and I want to go up to the table, and I can't. And I did in the past. I would go up to the table, flip the guy's hat off, and I'd say, "What are you at a barn?" I would, and that was years ago. But I can't. It just drives me nuts. It just drives me completely nuts. That's one thing. But the service is important because we're in the business, Carol. You've been in the business. I see it every day. I see these people doing it. They work their asses off. And,
yes, they do. But can I tell you something? This is my hormones for sure. But part of it is my daughter won't even, she's like, I'm going to go. Like she walks away. I'm not a Karen. I'm really not. But sometimes the things that are pissing me off lately, it just builds up. I think I just have too much stress going on. So we went to an ice cream place, very well known out here, family owned, operated for like 70 years. Okay. I'm not even going to mention it because I'm not trying to be a dick. So we go there and it just opened for the season. And Eliana's like, I was taking her driving. Now she's 14 and a half. We were going to the cemetery to see her great grandparents. And I always let them drive. That's where they learn how to, she's been doing it for a while now. So we go to get ice cream. She gets her thing and she's like, are you going to get anything? I'm like, I'll get something. I'm like, I never get a sundae, but I just want the smallest kind of sundae, like fudge and banana, right? Maybe I'm wrong. I would love for people to tell me, and then I'll just shut up about it. So a sundae to me, what goes on a sundae? Okay. It took everything in my body not to lose my shit because it wasn't this kid's fault, but the fire was coming out. So I said, you know what? I'll just do like a fudge sundae, a small one with like banana. Okay. And I'm just assuming that a sundae comes with whipped cream, nuts, and a cherry, right? That's what a sundae I thought was all my life.
Bingo. Okay. Bingo.
I order it. And I said, I just want a small sundae. What's your smallest sundae? Blah, blah, blah. So he's like, okay, I want fudge and banana. He's like, okay. He goes, you want real banana? I was like, you have a fake banana? I don't even know what that means. And I was irritated already. I go, yeah, I want a real banana, please. I was like, maybe they put banana syrup in it. Okay. I go, it comes with like whipped cream and nuts and stuff. He goes, no. I go, well, I'll whipped cream. He goes, well, whipped cream is 89 cents extra. I said, what about nuts? He goes, that's 79 cents extra. I go, are you fucking kidding me? I go, you're kidding, right? And then Eliana turned around and she's like, Mom, I go, then walk away because I'm about to lose my shit. I go, you mean to tell me that a sundae doesn't come with just whipped cream, nuts, and a cherry? Like that's a sundae.
Just the ice cream? So it's the ice cream and the syrup.
Why don't you say it's a cup of ice cream then? It's not a sundae. And he's like, the kid was like probably 18 years old, 17. I go, listen, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be a pain in the ass. Yeah, just give me the whipped cream nuts. I go, this just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Extra for the whipped cream, extra for the nuts with a real banana. What the fuck? How do you order an ice cream sundae anymore? I get it. There's no whipped cream and no nuts on it. I said, I'm done. I was like,
no,
done.
Isn't that just a vanilla ice cream?
With fudge, they put a hot fudge on it and real sliced bananas. But I always thought a sundae, and maybe I'm wrong, came with whipped cream and nuts and a cherry. I don't remember.
And a cherry on top. Yeah.
It didn't cost extra, is what I'm saying. I said, fine, just put it.
You know what you got? You got a Thursday. No, you got a Thursday. They didn't have Sunday, so they gave you a Thursday because that's what
right. They gave me a half day. Okay. Because what I'm saying is I was so pissed off. And Eliana's like, you need to stop. I'm like, I can't. And this is the stuff that bothers me about restaurants. And I get that everything costs extra now, but you know what? How about doing this? Put a fucking sundae on your menu. Say it costs $6 and let everything come on it. Don't charge me $4. And then every single thing you put on there is $1. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. A la carte.
Yeah. I was so annoyed.
Yeah. I didn't know they did that with ice cream. I knew they do that when you order a steak. You might have to pay for the potato or you might pay for the vegetable.
Or you add mushrooms or grilled onions or, I get that. But a sundae is a sundae. I thought it was.
I agree.
So I Karened out. I bottomed out on Sunday.
And especially if you ordered it on a Sunday. If it was
on
a Sunday, you ordered a Sunday. That's even more pissed off.
Yeah,
Susan, how are you doing? Craig, Felix, Jeanette, welcome everybody. Jimmy Hammer, Jimmy, my buddy Jimmy, my prayers loss to your loss, my friend, and I will see you Saturday. So we were talking about what irritates people in restaurants. Interesting. Here's something. Also, if I remember the Osmond brothers, one of the oldest, Alan Osmond, has passed away at the age of 76 years old, and it looks like for the second year in a row, the Cinco de Mayo, the parade, has been canceled for the second year in a row due to safety reasons, with everything going on with immigrant and the ICE and everything. So they're canceling the Cinco de Mayo parade for the second year in a row. Jeff Hunt, what's up, my brother? Hope you're doing well. Craig, hope you're Vanessa. How you doing? So, so Cinco de Mayo, I don't think I've ever been to a parade. I didn't even know they had a parade. So what do I know?
Yeah, I didn't either for Cinco de Mayo. It's just like a big drinking, Cinco de Drinko, they call it, Cinco de Mayo. They have, parties, DJs, music, tequila.
That's like
I'm partaking this year. I'm definitely partaking this year for Cinco de Mayo, like Cinco de, May 2nd, May 3rd, May 4th, all of it. Yeah, the whole weekend.
I didn't know that. I mean, it's not like they're Irish when they drink every day, but this is like Cinco de Mayo, which is, not all Irish, Anyway, also, our good friend Chuck from Chickies is opening a brand new location in Melrose Park. Great pizza, great food, great family. Looks like they're becoming early summer of this year. So congratulations to Chuck and the crew there from Chickies, which is going to be good. Also, listen to this, Carol. This is weird. The average human only has 960 months to live.
Oh, I saw that. And I started adding it up in my head, and then I had to stop because it stressed me out to read that,
960 months. That's the average of life for a person.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And when you think about it, it's not that it's it seems like it's very short.
Right. Because you get 12 months. I started thinking about 12 months in a year. Is this right? Did they figure this right? And then I'm like, you know what? I don't want to know because I don't want to be that person counting months. Okay. Because I get the overthinker starts, and I don't want any part of it at all. Just live every day.
I agree with you 100%. Emo from Florida, what's up, buddy? Hope you're doing well. Gina is in the house. Hi, Gina. Hope you're doing, honey. All right. Now, this is interesting. My good buddy Mikey Bracliari from Good Clean Fun and the Are We Ready? Are You Ready? Taylor Swift Experience. Michael sent me something yesterday. Michael, I don't know if you're listening, but thank you. Interesting. Ocean's Pit, 1,500 hours. That's 1 hour per day, 5 times a week, 50 days in a year, times 6 years. So you've done 1,500 hours on your show, and
wow. Okay, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Never realized that, but thank you, Michael, for that. Very cool. Very cool. All right. Busy week coming up. One of my favorite spots, Positano's this Thursday. It's going to be a jumping crowd when we're there. We love it. Frank does a great job. Andrea, his girlfriend, they do a great job. And we got Jerry Jams, of course, and Lisa P knocking out of the park. Lisa P and Jerry Jams and myself will be also on May 30th. We'll be returning to Johnny Cabs in Burr Ridge on a Thursday night, May 30th. We're excited about that. Friday will be Chicago Prime Steakhouse with Daryl Armistead. Saturday will be at Docks in Wakanda on the water, provided the weather is nice. Haven't been there in a lot of years. It's going to be Mikey D and Double T, Tony Toto on that. And then Heroes West in Lamont. I've never been there. Ocean's Rat Pack, we've never been there. And Thursday, on Toxic Thursday, we're going to be giving away 2 free tickets to that show. So with a trivia question. So anybody on the south side? Wait, Gina, Carol, you guys been to this place?
Yeah, Heroes West. I've been there. Yes. It's in Lamont. It's a bar. It's got a lot of different things. It's got a little bowling alley in it, like a little cutesy little bowling alley in it. A nice size room for the stage for the bands to play. And then it's got a restaurant. It's a nice size place, and it's very nicely done. It's family oriented, but then the bar area is it's good. It's a good place.
Is it a sports bar, or is it more like a step up?
In the middle. It's really in the middle. It's okay. I don't know. You'll like it. You'll definitely like it. It's family oriented, and then the bar area you have to be 21, but it's really cool. You'll like
Oceans Rat Pack will be there this Sunday, folks. 5 o'clock, 5 to 6:45 show. So it'll be a lot of fun this Sunday. All right. So this is interesting. Now, when you go into having any surgery of any kind, and this according to ABC News, a Florida doctor has been indicted in connection with death of a 70-year-old man who had the wrong organ removed during surgery. Do you imagine that? The Philly also accused the doctor of 2 other malpractice things that he did too. I mean, he was supposed to do something with the spleen, and he ended up taking out the liver. Or like, what the fuck? It's like, oops! It's like, remember the TV? Well, the game Operation.
Shove it back in there.
Wait. Remember Operation when you were a kid?
Yes, I do.
Grab all the time. Finger.
Yeah, it buzzed. Something should buzz. You know, when I had to get my spleen removed, when I had that blood disorder, I didn't find out for 5 days. When they came in for a checkup, I was at Stroder Hospital. Okay, I had to go to the city hospital. And they were like, oh yeah, with the 3 spleens, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, what did you just say? I had no idea I had 3 spleens. They didn't tell me they took out all 3 spleens. I was like, in shock.
Did they? Wait, did they take out all 3?
They took out all 3 because of the blood disorder I had. Because I'm like, why wouldn't you leave one? You know, the blood disorder I had, the spleens were working. They were working. And that's why I was never sick. I look back now in my childhood, I was never sick in the hospital, nothing. Because they were 3 times as quickly. It was killing off anything that was, coming into your body that was, could make you sick. And so then, so no, from 3 spleens to no spleen, but I had no idea they took all 3 of them out. It's just so weird. But they say people are born with multiple organs all the time, and you just never know about it if you don't go in for surgery, and they go in exploratory or whatever. That's when they see that shit. Isn't that crazy? You could have multiple. Maybe you have a few livers.
I have to, because I should have been gone by now. So I agree with you 100%. So thank you on that. And here's to you, wonderful people. Cheers. Happy belated birthday, Ken Radar. What's up, buddy? Happy birthday. Hope you had a good one. Dennis, how you doing, pal? Ocean's Pit, Twisted Tuesday, Carol Brandolino, Tony O here, folks. Okay, interesting story we got. The average office worker, Carol, tell me what you think, or you guys will tell me, guys, what you guys think. The average office worker is only productive, and I think Gina still works in the office, if I'm correct, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe Gina can tell me. I don't think Gina's the type, because it looks like she's probably a hell of a lot more worker than this says. The average office worker is only productive for about 2 hours and 53 minutes in an 8-hour workday.
Well,
now tell me, Carol, you just got out of the office doing what you did. Tell me what do you think?
I think that a lot of people, depending on what their job is, can get their job done fairly quickly within the 8-hour day. Some people there isn't maybe that much to do. However, what you're supposed to find things to do. Like there's always something more you could do. You could better something, like you could create better flyers or this or that. I don't know. Everybody's different on how busy they are. Some of my work days, I didn't have enough time in the day to get stuff finished. It depends how busy you are. When certain times of the year, you're just busier and have more going on. But I think a lot of people have way too much time on their hands at the office. I've seen it.
I do too. And you also, sometimes if people work from home now, like Laura's always on that thing, but there's people that can probably can imagine, hey, you can walk away from the computer, you can do other shit,
Right.
I make fun about that stuff all the time, but I can imagine how it is. I have multiple offices, so not much downtime. That's what I figured, Gino, in your profession of what you do, and I can't speak for anybody else. There's your cousin Nanette. How are you doing? Well, Nanette? Yeah, so I don't know, 2 hours, and I think it changed when everybody started working from home. I think the work ethic kind of changed in general. That's just me. I don't know because I haven't had a regular job like that. So who knows? This is an interesting story. People that are drunk.com. In 2016, ESPN documentary OJ Made in America. A juror, Carrie Bess, said she believed 90% of the jury actually decided to acquit Simpson as payback for Rodney King. A juror said, allegedly, from O.J. Simpson's trial, said that about 90% of the jury thought O.J. was guilty, but still voted to acquit him as payback against white people. When the interviewer asked the jurors voted to acquit O.J. because of Rodney King, Bess said yes. How many, she answered. Probably 90% confirmed she was one of them. And when asked if she thought it was right, she simply held up her hands. Worth noting, this was personal estimate of her fellow jurors. Motive, not documented figure. This is just her opinion. I don't have anything to do with that. I think it's just the way Hollywood. It's OJ. They picture OJ, the handsome running back, the guys in the commercials. They don't think of him as a murderer, and that's why I think. And their prosecution, if you watch that, was a joke. Their prosecution team. So, what's your take on that?
Yeah, I mean, look, it does come down to the jurors at the end of the day. They're the ones that make the decision, and I don't doubt. Because you can't have a trial with a famous person like that where people don't know who he is. So there's going to be, no matter what, they're going to have their own thoughts and feelings about things, no matter what. So yeah, I think that there had to be some sort of, I'm having a brain right now, but like, I'm sure some of the people just didn't want to see him go down for it because they knew who he was. If the whole, race thing, it came down, they did make it a race card issue. His lawyers, remember Johnny Cochran and the other guy, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I watched that case. It was televised. I was glued to the TV through this, to see how it all unfolded. And I think that I don't think there was any doubt that it was him, but in a court of law, things are very different.
And I'm going to tell you something. If it was me or my kid, I want, if it doesn't fit, you must acquit. That's who I want representing me. Just saying. And probably, I bet you 95% of people watching or in the world will want that lawyer.
Of course.
Johnny Cochran. I would want Johnny Cochran. That's just me. Arlene Lamatia. Hi, Arlene. I seen Bob last week. I heard you wanted some treatment. I wish you the best, my dear friend, and hope to see you soon. All right. So that was interesting about that. Researchers suggest that this is for women and men, but the picture's on a woman. Researchers suggest that washing your hair with coffee water can help stimulate roots and boost your hair growth, reduce hair fall, and make hairs thicker and longer. The caffeine kick, coffee and water for hair growth. Could you morning brew to be a secret? Let's look at I don't know. There's a lot of stuff out there. If you ever noticed, there wasn't soap back when the Indians, the Native Americans, if you ever see them in the movies, I know it's different, but even when you see pictures, their hair was jet black and beautiful hair. They all had, the men and the women. And I don't know, they didn't have soap. I don't know what they used. They might have used some sort of soap or something.
Yeah. It's not about soap either. I think it's nutrients and vitamins. That's what they say for your hair and nails. I think everybody just ate healthier because there wasn't as much shit in our food, and your the nutrients and vitamins that are in your foods that you eat. But I'm not going to lie. I will pour a pot of coffee grounds over my head for the next few weeks to see if that works, because my hair is definitely thinning and falling out.
Well, you know what? What do you got to lose? You really got nothing to lose. I mean, if you're staying over the shower, it's not like it's going to go into the shower anyway. So you know what? Yeah. Coffee grounds help plants grow too. Good point. Good
I'm
point.
going to try it.
So why not?
Yeah.
Something we should try. So everybody do that. Just make sure it's not hot coffee. and no cream and sugar. So just be crazy. Researchers say that more this is mind-boggling to me. Tell me what you guys think. Researchers say the more intelligent you are, the less you care about being social with others.
I don't know how true that is. I don't about caring about being social is one thing, but I mean, I'm very social. I don't think I'm not intelligent, but I mean, I don't think intelligence and being social has anything to do with one another.
Here's what I think about people that are very intelligent. When you give them an answer, they're going to kind of know that you're either lying or they can read you. And I think maybe they don't want to meet people that are fake. So they just kind of step back when you're that smart.
That's a good point.
You know what I
That's
mean?
a good point. Yeah, some people just don't want to deal with the average bullshitting, lying, two-faced, backstabbing person. That's people that are out there, because I'm telling you, it's rampant.
No, that was good. That was good. Boy, you were dirty, rotten. Yeah, I mean, backstabbing piece of shit. I mean, you just left it all out, boy.
Hey, listen, let me get this shit out. I only got about 20 minutes left, 15. I got to get this shit out for the next couple days. Okay, let me get it out.
Let it go. Let it go. Okay, the most top 10 delayed airports in the United States. Denver coming in at 10, Dallas, Fort Worth coming in at 9, Atlanta number 8, Fort Lauderdale 7, Miami number 6, Boston coming in at 5, Chicago O'Hare coming in at 4, San Francisco number 3, LaGuardia number 2, and Newark, Liberty, New Jersey is the most delayed airport in the United States of America. So who knows how it happens? This was just happened. And Dennis from Lake Geneva, did you hear about this? A boater dies after falling into the Wisconsin Lake Geneva, entangled by his propeller on the boat. This might have been happening the time that we were up there, guys, when we were up there Thursday night. It might have happened there during that day, because they said they seen a lot of police boats and stuff on the lake. So I hope the gentleman or female, I don't know, but oh well. Anyway, let's see. Don Schultz, country songwriter who wrote the song "The Gambler," has also passed away 2 hours ago. Prayers to that. Let's see. Forget that. That's not exciting. Chicago Bears. That's not exciting. I like to get some of these stories. A woman drank 14 shots in 9 hours on a cruise, blacked out, hit her head, and a jury found the cruise line at fault and awarded her $300,000. Now, Carol, you're in the bar business. You were in the bar business. If you're over serving, if this woman had 14 shots in 9 hours, now if it was the same bar, but
that's not a ton. Let me tell you, that's like close to 1 shot an hour. 1 shot an hour is not a ridiculous amount for a whole hour. And then she had a few more in between, right? So unless she was drinking a shit ton of other drinks and doing the shots, yes, that's what happened. It's not just the shots, I don't think, for that many hours. I mean, on my 21st birthday, I did, oh my God, what I did. And I'm not a big drinker, and I don't do shots. And this is probably why I don't do shots, because on my 21st birthday, it was during the week. And I went with my Irish friend who her boyfriend was from Ireland, and we all went to Durban's on the south side because it was during the week. So we were celebrating, and they lined up like 21 shots of Goldschlager. Now, it wasn't all Goldschlager. It was like Goldschlager mixed with 7-Up or something, some other like a mixer. But I did do all the shots. And you know what? That's the one time in my life that's anything's ever like this happened to me. I did not know how I got home. I did not know anything. I probably like just completely blacked out because they brought me home in my car. Right.
Well, thank God for that.
Terrible. This is why I don't do shots, but 1 an hour doesn't seem like a lot to me. It just doesn't.
If you're doing these specialty drinks, margaritas with all that sugar in it, and if you're drinking that, and then hey, let's have a shot too, and then you're doing that too. This didn't really give you much, but 60% of the fault went to the cruise line. 60%, and the lady won $300,000.
Wow.
So interesting. Robert General, what's up, my brother? Hope you're doing well. It's time for the JRC Ace Hardware weather for today. Weather for Tuesday, April 21st at 69 degrees, 50% humidity, 16-mile-an-hour winds, and chance of rain about 4 or 5 o'clock, 20% chance of rain. That's brought to you by our good friends from JRC Ace Hardware stores. Malls are closing up all over the place. I know Woodfield's doing very well down the street from us. But here we go. Fox 32 News. Chicago seeks to shut down Ford City Mall. Calls it a magnet for crime. I have not been in Ford City since I lived in Cicero. And I was a kid.
I thought it was closed. I thought that's the mall I grew up going to because I lived right there. I lived right by Ford City Mall. But I thought it was closed.
Me too. Yeah.
Okay.
So they said Chicago seeks to shut it down. Calls it a magnet for crime.
Yeah. It's not in a good area. Listen, that area, it was great when I lived there at, melting pot, a lot of people, but then it just got so bad with the gangbangers. And it just not a location wise, you're going to get a lot of thugs and
something's going to happen.
Undesirables,
Carol, I don't know the answer to this, so I'm going to save this for Thursday, this next, because I think once I get the answer, then we can have a pretty good topic about that one. ABC, remember QVC? QVC prepares for bankruptcy protection in the era of influencers, TikTok and Temu.
Yep.
Oh, QVC. I mean, that was late at 3 o'clock at night,
showing the rings.
And you got all the strings, and you get the extra soaps, and So there you go. QVC closing. It's going for bankruptcy. So maybe somebody should buy them. I don't know. All the crazy stuff that we got coming up here, folks, and these crazy stories here. I'm gonna made in Italy. Yeah, we'll wake up with that. Man fired after employer discovers his home office was actually a Carnival cruise ship for 14 months. Now, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Repeat. So he said he was at home, working from home.
Okay.
For more than a year, a man kept an appearance of working from home while actually living on a cruise ship. The story came out in 2023, revealing that he had spent 14 months working remotely from a Carnival vessel, handling meetings and daily tasks while moving between ports. The setup relied on flexible work policies, but it didn't last. One of his employers learned that he was working from was dismissed, turning the situation. Now, okay. Moral of the story. Was he getting the job done?
Right. That's my question.
And working from home, does it really, Dave, make a difference where you're working from, technically?
Nope. It shouldn't. If he's getting his job done, what does it matter if you work from home? Who's to say where your home has to be? I mean, I don't think it matters.
He was doing it for a year. So obviously he's been doing pretty good before they caught on, before some employee ratted him out.
Yeah.
All right.
Mind your business.
Here's one for us, Carol, and for a lot of us. Study finds people who swear more are more intelligent and intend to be more honest. I believe it 100%.
Yes, me too.
I swear all the time. The time. I mean, not in certain places, but I do.
Right.
It's the passion. The passion's there, and the truth is going to come out.
Right. You're just being yourself. And that's where the honesty part comes out, I think. If you're fine being who you are, most places, and then that's how you talk, then chances are you're going to be honest in general. You're not trying to be who you're not. I don't know. I tend to trust people a little more when I get to meet them and get to know them. I don't start swearing right off the bat. I don't, because I don't want to offend people, and I don't want them to think, "Oh God, you have no class," because people judge a lot, which is fine, whatever. But you know what?
Swearing has anything to do with class,
right? And then if they swear, I'm like, okay, at least I know that they feel comfortable around me, and they're being honest and true. You know what I mean? Not putting
I agree with you 100%.
Phony out there.
There's no sugarcoating, and sometimes that's good as bad. Rick Lindy, be careful you let on your ship, because some people will sink the whole ship just because they can't be the captain.
Oh, yes.
Whoa, boy, could that touch bases.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Some people only like you if you fit inside their box.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be afraid to shove the box up their ass.
Okay. I just want to be away from all those people. I don't want to have anything to do with any phony bullshit people anymore ever again in my life. I just don't. I wish that they came with something stuck on their fucking forehead. Like, I used to be a good judge of character, but anyway, I think people just need to have this shit right on their forehead. And so I know what's your deal? What's going on here?
This is it.
Move on. Don't waste my fucking time. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Linda, Tony, I'm shocked to hear that you swear a lot. You're such a gentleman. Well, I am. I could be a gentleman. Absolutely. But sometimes, I can say this is great fucking pasta.
Yeah, it's passion, right?
It's passion. Right. There you go.
Right.
Lori Strock sent this in. I don't think that anything happens by coincidence. No one is here by accident. Everyone who crosses our path has a message for us. Otherwise, they would have been taken another path or left earlier or later. The fact that these people are here means that they are here for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely believe in that. I think when people cross, whether it's business, whatever the hell it is, I think it's a message. I think it's something. I mean, this is Lori. I don't know Lori that well. She comes to see the shows. What's your take on that?
Well, all I'm going to say is right now I've been telling my close people that I know there's some shift happening right now around me. I know there is. I feel it. I feel it so heavily, and I've been very emotional because of it. And I keep looking into this astrology stuff and what's going on in the universe. And it's happening, and I believe in it. But when I say, my daughter talks to me about this stuff, and she's like, she talks about past life all the time. My daughter, she's like, because she really has a lot going on. She has a tremendous amount of anxiety. And a lot of times people say when you have all these things going on inside of you, or if you do have that gift, which I know she does, we all kind of do. I know I have certain things that happen to me. It starts to make you anxious, right? And she's like, I think I died. She'll say like she thinks she died a certain way in her past life because she feels like those are the reasons she's so anxious around with certain things, right? So she wants to go see a medium or something like that. And I think she's a little young for it, but we talked about it. But let me just tell you this. Everybody that's around you is for a reason. Every person that's put in your path is for a reason. I think the most important thing is that we have to ask ourselves the question, why? Because, sometimes I feel dumb because, you put yourself out there to be good to people. And then, it ends up badly. I used to have a good radar on people. I felt like I could read people much better. But I think because I have so much bogging me down right now mentally, because there's just too much in my life.
Yeah.
Those things are out the window right now. Like I cannot, and I think that's truly why I can't even see myself getting into a relationship, not even anywhere near right now, because I need to be able to read a person and really feel a feel for who they are. Do you know what I'm saying? But I will tell you this, my cousin Elaine that passed away when she was 16 of a brain aneurysm, she was like a sister to me. I was 12 when she died. And it was the most very tragic and very traumatic thing to happen as a young person. But there's a song, and I tell you about it. It's The Warrior by Patti Smyth. Okay.
Patti Smyth.
That was her song. Yes, that was her song. And I would go to her house and she made me sing this song 100 times. The one day I was there and spent the weekend. They lived out in Libertyville at one point. So I had to learn that song. And she was teaching me how to put my makeup on. And I was 12 and just having the best time of my life. This song throughout my life, because this song doesn't just come on. It's not a regularly played song. It just isn't. Mm-hmm. When I tell you, I asked a friend of mine, a DJ, the guy. So, by the way, I went to that fundraiser with Seventh Heaven did it.
Yeah.
With in High Infidelity for Parkinson's. We did that. I went to that. It was unbelievable, beautifully done, just a great turnout, awesome music, and just everybody talks. Well, my friend DJ Boss, he's one of my friends. I've known him for like 20 years. I asked him, I'm like, hey, can you make a song for me with the club mix, but with The Warrior by The Warrior? He made it. It was like the next day, he's like, oh, here you go. And it was so cool. So I saved it and I played a lot, right? Well, he was the DJ at that event. So I told him one day, I'll tell you one day why that song means so much to me, because like I play it now, the one he made for me, because I want like the club mix version. Sure. Anyway, I told him that night real quick, just real basically, when I told him, and I said, the song never comes on. I said, for 2 years, I was trying to remember the name of the song and I couldn't. This was back in my 20s. I couldn't remember it. And I called every radio station trying to sing it or whatever. They didn't know what I was talking about. After 2 weeks of calling radio stations, I'm telling you, nonstop, I got in my car one morning and just turned my car on to leave, to go to work or whatever. And it started right from the beginning as I started my car. I was like, I have goosebumps now. I'll never, ever not remember that moment. And now it comes on. So how weird is this? I told them the reason why. And I said, it always comes when I need it the most, it seems like, or when I talk about it or whatever.
Yeah.
We left the event at Rosemont. We were at Rosemont. We go to the parking garage where we were going to floor 3. And what song is playing in the fucking elevator? That song.
Warrior.
I said, oh my God. I have to smile when it happens because I know it's my cousin, but I believe in that stuff. But there's shifts going on around. Too. And I'm trying to listen to them. I'm even going to church during the week a little bit. There's like a half-hour mass not far from me because I need something. So, we always turn to God. I pray all the time, but I feel maybe I should go into the church a couple days a week for a half hour just to kind of say, okay, I'm here. What do I need to know right now? Because something is definitely changing. I don't know what it is or what message.
Well, I believe in that too. That happens with different songs, different movie will come on, different sings or something. I do agree that the song, I love Patty Smyth. She's probably my favorite. Her and Bonnie Tyler are my two favorite female singers. And not to get confused with Patti Smith. Patti Smith is a punk rock singer, a rock singer from New York. Patty Smyth was in a band called Scandal. Yeah. Got a Line on You. And then she also did the great love song with Don Henley. Sometimes Love Just Ain't Enough, which is a great tune as well. But The Warrior, check it out. A Scandal is the name of the band. If you can't find Patty Smyth, just put the band Scandal. Study finds 84% of women who choose. 84% of women would choose Chicago for a solo girls trip. We're from Chicago. I can see there's a lot of shit you can do in Chicago. Coming to the city. I can see that. So there you go. For some people that maybe never been here, there you go. When someone dies, it's not just their past that ends. It's your future with them. That's why you should love people now while we still have the gift of today.
Amen. Yep. Ain't that the truth?
And it doesn't matter how many times you have failed. You only have to be right once. That's pretty cool. That's powerful words. Man, I didn't do this right, or I didn't get this, or that didn't this, or that, but pow, one, it's it, Yeah. And I don't even know why this question came up. Why do men fear dating trans women? We're going to save on that one for another day. And sperm donors are now being paid $20 per sample. Looks like that old sock under your bed is worth about $150,000. Okay. All right, boy. You never know what you're going to hear on this show, folks. You never know what you're going to hear. Let's see. This is interesting. I forgot who sent me this, but it says, do the math. A nursing home, when you get put into a nursing home, it's $300 a day. A cruise is $150 a day. So if you go missing, you're on a cruise ship. There's people that have retired. There's people that have retired and live on a cruise ship.
Wow.
Can you imagine living on a cruise ship where you can port different ports all the time. They do your room, you have your food, they take care. But I would do that in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. How cool is that? Ronnie B, you have a good day too, my brother. It's 1:00. We're coming to the end, folks. Tomorrow is Wednesday. I think it's just going to be me tomorrow. Thursday, Carol will be back for Toxic Thursday, and Kim Peterson LeFew on Friday. She's got a great band call In Session. She also does a lot of stuff with Bill Saratella and Bonnie Bridges. What else we got on the list? Rosario's next Wednesday, next Thursday, Village Pub. Love that place in North Riverside. We'll be there on next Thursday. Martinis in May 2nd, St. Germain, one of my favorite concerts of the year. The Cove in Lake Geneva on May 9th. Zia Social. This is the hottest Italian restaurant in the Edison Park, Chicago area. It's been around forever. It's fantastic food. We'll be there on the 14th of May. And then Ocean's Rat Pack on the 20th. The Carnival, downtown Chicago. And then Johnny Cabs with Lisa P. and Jerry Jams in Burr Ridge on the 30th. All right. So birthdays for Tuesday, April 21st. Michelle Rocco, The Rock, wherever you are, hon, happy birthday. Tony Romo, formerly Dallas Cowboy quarterback, 45 years old. Tony Danza, Who's the Boss, turns 74 years old. Robert Smith from The Cure, 66 years old. Iggy Pop, love Iggy, 78 years old. Queen Elizabeth II would have been celebrating a birthday. George Takei, he played Sulu on Star Trek, 89 years old. Jessica Lange, actress, have not seen her in a while, 77. Carmen Electra, everybody thought she was hot. Nothing for me, 54 years old. Luther Vandross, Dudley Moore, number 10. Phil Collin from Def Leppard, 67 years old. Pina, wherever you are, Pina, it's your mother's birthday. And of course, it's Tony Toto's mom's birthday because Pina is Tony Toto's sister. So happy birthday to your mom. Stevie Van Zandt from Bruce Springsteen and Silvio from The Sopranos, 74. Anthony Kiedis from Red Hot Chili Peppers, never heard of him. I heard of him, but I don't know what they sing. 62 years old. Rich Kaz, Svengoolie, Dan Manley, one of the greatest New York Yankees of all time, and my personal friend, Captain Rick, who watches the show. Happy birthday, Captain. Look forward to seeing you on Saturday at Docks on the Water. And Kathleen Splatro from Arizona in town. We'll see you, Kathy. Happy birthday, my friend, Kathy. Guys, it's come to the end of the hour, and I want to thank you all for being cool and watching the show. And thank you, Carol, for what you do on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And we want you all to have a great night and have a good day. You know, life is short. We talked about a bunch of different stuff, and it really is. You feel something or you have an idea or you wanted to grab it. Grab it if you can. Fuck the consequences. Grab it if you can. Because sometimes you say to yourself, man, I could have had that, or I could have got that thing, or maybe I could have did this, I could have did that. Maybe I'll do it in 6 months, or maybe I'll do it. No, you got, if you feel it, go out and do it because it helps. So thank you again. Flash deal, clear your schedule for April 24th. JRCH Hardware Stores are having a 3-day flash deal. You won't want to miss. For 72 hours only, 1 bag of Scotch Tough Builder Weed and Feed. Get the second one absolutely free. Plus, they have an exclusive door-busting savings and eco-powered equipment. It's a 3 days of their deepest discounts of the year, April 24th to the 26th. Go to jrcachardware.com and grill your ace off. Jack Vanna Landscaping, my good buddy Tommy, 847-432-5266, servicing the North Shore for 50 years. Guys, we got to go. Be kind, be nice, and just if you're offended with anything on this show, change the channel, which most of you have. Just because you're offended doesn't mean that you're right, but doesn't mean we're right either. Thank God we both have our opinions, and we all can have our opinions, whether you like them or not. Keith, thank you for joining the show late, brother. Hope you're doing well. Guys, peace and love, Ringo says. And everybody, please have a great day. It's beautiful out there. It's supposed to rain 20% at about 5 o'clock, but maybe not. We don't know if it's actually going to rain, but get out there and enjoy. And I'm going to be able to end this, but we're going to end it. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
Same nation. Bye-bye. See you later. Bye bye.